Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. Yep, that's how we're starting tonight. We're off to a great start. We have an amazing show planned for you this evening. We are going to be talking about what it is to be a drag mother. Now, a lot of people have been huge fans of the show Pose. That is a very good representation of motherhood in the ballroom scene. Being a drag parent means something different to every drag parent and every drag child. So we're going to be talking about that with our incredible guests this evening who have both become drag mothers. We have the incredible Asia MONROE joining us this evening, as well as VOLKIE VERSACE. They have been guests on the show before. They are really good friends. We are super excited to have them back. I can't wait to dive into the shenanigans of tonight. We've all been hanging out backstage before the show, and it is buckle up, kids. We're going to have a good time. Of course, I am joined by my lovely co-host, Amethyst Diamond, your current Miss Gay Maryland America. But let's talk about me first with a little who, what, and where. Who am I? I am Jade DeVere. I am a drag artist based out of Central Pennsylvania. I enjoy the art of drag because it makes me feel pretty. That's such a weird answer. I don't know what's going on tonight. What am I wearing? I am wearing a jewelry set by Raving Diva Jewels. My makeup tonight, my eyes are Kimchi Beauty. My lips are the Lip Bar. I went with a different color. I used the purple. My top is, oh, look at that, Inside the Drag Closet. That's right, the new merch is out, everybody. So if you want to get the new merch, head on over to www.jadedevere.com/merch. We do have, where are they? We have hoodies, we've got sticker packs, we've got t-shirts. We also have beach towels, and for whatever reason, I forgot to put the picture of it up there. So there we go. Last but not least, where can you find me? You can find me every other Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This weekend, I've actually got 2 gigs going on. Friday night, I have been asked to perform at the Brownstone for the Vote for Your Life Happy Hour for Trans Rights, hosted by the incredible Anita Dixon. That show starts at some point. It's not on the poster, but it's at the Brownstone. So come on out to the Brownstone in Harrisburg. Also, this Saturday, I am returning to Dickinson College. Mob is hosting their annual drag show, their 6th annual drag show with Honey Davenport. Also in attendance will be myself, Scarlet Overkill, Chanel, and Ryder Knightley. This year, you do have to reserve ahead of time for that show. They're being very cautious with who attends. They just want to keep track of everything that's going on because it is weird in the world right now. And, you know, drag is under attack and by people who don't understand it. So, yeah, they just want to be extra careful with what's going on. I see we have a lot of comments coming in. Josh says early, hi, everyone. I'm posting this now because I'm driving home from rehearsal. So don't text and drive. I'm guessing everybody looks beautiful. You are correct. And also, I'm here too. Robin says, good evening. We've got Jess watching this evening. Vicky, of course, with Rob. I bet they're sitting together watching this, which is perfect. Volkie is watching this evening. That's awesome. Wait a minute. She's on my screen. That's neat. Jess, everyone's excited about the new merch. I'm excited about the new merch. I'm sure there's more to what Maddie just posted. I just can't see it because, you know, limitations of StreamYard. It's fine. Oh, Jess says she's waiting for hers to come in the mail. My shirt came yesterday, and I just got the beach towel. I think that came in the mail today, so I'm very excited for those. Oh, Jada Sparks is watching this evening. We're going to be talking about her a little bit later. Don Davis is watching, one of our woo boys from the show. But you know what? I can't spend the entire night by myself. I really should give a moment to send some love, joy, and appreciation to my incredible co-host, my I want to say better half, my other half, my significant half. We're not dating, and I made it sound like we're dating. I've been in rehearsal way too much lately. Everybody, welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible Amethyst Diamond.
Hi, everybody. Hey, girlfriend. How you doing, honey?
Apparently, I'm fried.
Honey, so am I. I've been in this mug since about 9:30 this morning. So, look, it's going to be a time. We have two beautiful ladies with us tonight that are absolutely hilarious. I was cracking up backstage listening to them, but we'll get into that later. But how are you, baby? How's life? How are things?
Fantastic. I am super excited for this weekend. Last
Good.
weekend, I was down at Blue Moon in Rehoboth, and I filmed a video for our Patreon. So all of our Patreons, go and check that out. But yeah,
good.
I'm excited to be here with you tonight.
How was the moon? Was it good?
It was fun. It was, so during the off season, like during the summer, usually you do 2 back-to-back shows. This time of year, they only do 1 show, but you get paid for both. So I don't hate it.
Nobody's mad about that, are they?
Not even slightly. And Roxy Overbrook and I got there early, and her and I just had such an amazing time.
Honestly, the best part, like for me going down to Rehoboth, and especially the Blue Moon, is one, Roxy Overbrook. Of course, she's the hostess there at the Blue Moon, and just that backstage banter is, it should be a show in and of itself. Honestly, just we carry on, we say some things that we could never say in the streets, you know.
Oh.
So it's a hilarious good time. It always is. So I'm glad you had a good time.
And it was great. Like I got to see Janelle Collins again and work with her. And I got to meet Keita Lattimore.
Yes, Kedra.
I was like, I'm missing a letter in there somewhere. Kedra is a sweetheart.
Sorry, I apparently didn't have enough makeup on.
I know. Put some makeup on. Seriously.
I know. It is.
Well, we've talked about where I'm at, so why don't we have a little who, what, where about you?
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's edition of Inside the Drag Closet. I am Amethyst Diamond. I am the reigning Miss Gay Maryland America 2022. I'm super excited because my first preliminary starts on Friday at the Baltimore Eagle. It'll be Miss Gay Charm City America. The end is near already. It's sad to say, but I was crowned October 1st, and on Friday we will be selecting 2 new lovely entertainers to potentially take my job. So I'm super excited about it. What am I wearing today? So this lovely crown is made by Lucinda Holiday. She's the official jeweler of Miss Gay America. Lucinda Holiday is her name. Her business is Made for a Queen. This corkscrew wig was given to me by a very good friend of mine who I entertained with at Penn State York earlier today. Her name is Sarah Besk. My little cocktail dress is just a cute little something off Amazon. I think it was like $26.99. So go ahead and look it up. I'll send you the link if you like it. Jewelry. I am wearing 3 different jewelers tonight. These hoops are the Inside Out hoops by Rocks by Cox, my friend Lolly. My rings are made by Candy Fuentes, my good friend from Delaware and Rehoboth. And these bangle bracelets, the citrine bangle bracelets, are made by a new jeweler that I've been in love with. Her name is Callie Black. Where can you find me? You can find me here every other Wednesday at 8:30 on Facebook Live on Inside the Drag Closet. You can find me all over the tri-state area and then some, a lot in Rehoboth. And you can find me on Facebook under Amethyst Diamond. You can find me on Instagram under Amethyst_Diamond1. So that's what's going on with me. Busy. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that I'm already doing my first prelim. It's insane. And like for 24 years, I've been the contestant. This is my first state level title. You know what I mean? So now I get to run the orientations with my contestants. I get to sit down in front of Miss Americas and try to tell them how to judge when they're on my judges panel. You know what I mean? So it's nerve-wracking, but it's been such an education, such a glow up. Like, and I'm excited for it. And I'm also returning to nationals next year. So keep an eye out for where you may find me competing in the area. We're not going to say where yet, but it's very nearby.
Subtle,
Oh,
understatement.
and my yellow Starbies cup. Yes, it's stoned.
Ah,
Thanks to some very good friends of mine.
that's amazing.
So here we are. Here we
We
are.
we actually have a couple fun gigs coming up. Like we've got Divas Down Under, and the theme for Divas is crazy. We are
I like.
doing Yeah, I was chatting with Roxy Overbrook, the evolution of drag. Now, what that means for us is that we are all going to perform the first number we ever performed, something we're known for performing, and then we are going to perform something we've never done before.
Right. Oh, look, I'm wearing that outfit and hair currently.
Yeah, you are.
I'm promoting for the show. That's what I was doing. That's
There
what
it
I was.
is. I would wear all of what I'm wearing in that, but I'm on a green screen and that wig does not look like that anymore.
No, you'd just be a floating mombi. Like,
I almost did that. Like legit, I almost was like, I'm gonna wear green stuff tonight and just have some fun.
you should, and do Mecca Lecca Hi Mecca Honey Ho from Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, Zombie.
Do Zombie. I was gonna say Mombi, but that's the Return of Oz
Yep.
with Veruca Salt or whatever her name is.
Perusa Bulk.
That's it. Look,
Veruca Salt.
it's been a long day and mommy's very tired, okay? So we're just going to clap and smile when she says stupid shit. Okay?
She's a mom making a difference.
Yes, exactly.
Well, sis, should we
and
chat with our first guest?
yeah, why not? Why not?
I'm excited. I'm so happy to have her back on the show. She has
Yes.
since become a drag mother, and I'm super excited to dive into that. So let's
Woo.
welcome back to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible Asia MONROE.
Hi, everybody. What's going on?
Gorgeous. What's up? How you been? What's going on? How's
Girl,
life?
you know, just same stuff, different day. Just honestly living life and going through the waves of day to day and just gigging. It was so great to see you guys at Divas Down Under over the summer, and I always love when I get to see you guys because we don't get to see each other so often, so I really cherish those moments. But thank you guys so much for having me tonight.
Absolutely. I know. I was saying backstage that the last time we seen you was when you both were at Divas Down Under. And when was that? Was that last summer?
It was end of June. No,
Right?
I'm sorry. No, excuse me. Beginning of June, because ironically, one of my daughters was getting ready for a pageant at my house, and she was up when I got home. For those of you, a quick backstory. I was saying to the girls backstage that night, that gig is about a 3-hour drive from where I am. So I had Delaware Pride the next day. So I didn't get home to borderline 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I slept in that mug and I went to Delaware Pride and, turned the party and everything. But yeah. In a minute, but I always keep up with the show and I follow you guys on all of your social medias. Congratulations to your journey with America and everything. You've been killing it. And I swear to God, she's the Kris Jenner. She can make a show, merch, anything. She is your girl. So it's good watching on the social medias and stuff.
Lovely.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So let's talk about motherhood and what it means to be a drag mother.
It's work.
Okay. No.
They take all your shit.
They're horrible. No, I'm kidding. Being a mother, and I will say this: being a drag mother is one thing, but being a mother altogether is another thing. I say to my kids all the time, I say I'm not just your mother when it comes to being on stage or about drag. Like, I'm there for I'm there to be in your life, no matter what it's for.
Exactly.
Whether opinions on, what should you do, or, how to start drag, or whether it's just, you're having trouble with something at work or family issues or stuff like that. Like, I always tell them, always one phone call away, unless I'm sleeping, don't wake me up. But no, yeah, it's motherhood. It's a blessing, honestly. And it's so great because, you know, with being a mother and or I should say a parent figure in the queer community, it's so great because you share a special bond that it's different, that a lot of people don't understand. And I feel like with each of my kids, I get to have like an individual relationship, but then a relationship as a whole together. And they're so different, but I really love just watching them flourish. And, it makes me so proud. And, sometimes when I'm hard on myself, or, I think to myself, like, what am I doing this for? I can look at them and, say to myself, like, you're doing good, you're making, making moves and stuff like that. So, but motherhood, it's a big blessing. And I have a great family, and they're all very headstrong, and they're more alike than I admit. So so yeah.
So let's talk about them a little bit, because we've got them right here.
Oh, we've
Oh my
got my
goodness.
spawns. Okay, so I'll go down the list. Up there we have my daughter Nikita Sin Monroe. She is the reigning I'm probably gonna butcher this, but she's the reigning Miss Mundo Latina Pennsylvania plus. She's
Bless you.
for nationals in December, and she's actually going to be competing with another child that's going to be featured tonight. She's my niece. But yeah, my baby Nikita, the first time I'd ever met her, my sister Valencia, hey sister, she brought her to Bob and Barbara's, and Nikita told me that she wanted to see me perform in person. So that's when I met her, and we really bonded. And originally our relationship wasn't about drag. She confided in me that she wanted to start her journey transitioning, and that's a big thing too in someone's journey, in someone's life. And I've given her advice that I've gone through, but I've also been given by my mother, and that's how we really started. And then it kind of just merged all together. And then we have my baby Soul Monroe. I always say she really is the artistic one out of the bunch. I swear, some of the ideas she comes up with, and the looks and the creativity that really comes out from her, it's just, excuse me, it's so amazing. And it looked back, and like, I would have never looked at it that way or thought about it that way. And she amazes me. And I love that they all kind of perform some similar, but some mostly different stuff. So she's a great performance artist. And then we have my daughter Ness. She's one of my newest children. She actually she has another mother, Prism. But what caught me to Ness is performing wise, everyone has their different style. And I don't get me wrong, as a dancing girl myself, I love watching the girls do the tricks, the kicks, the splits, and everything. But when someone can literally put their big toe and step on the stage and command an audience from just the first, note of that song that they're performing, and she does primarily Spanish songs. So, I said to her, like, I don't know what you were saying, but baby, you captivated me. And, she's such a gem in the up and coming scene of drag in, I'll say, the tri-state area. And then I have my son Jeff. He is in the military, and he actually he dib and dabbles. He's a fantastic artist, and he's actually getting ready to put together a Latin night around Philadelphia. So I will be sure to promote that. And he's the brother to all the girls in the house. And then we have my baby Curvy. She's the Atlantic City diva. Baby, she's my spicy one. My baby is spicy, okay? And sense of humor. Usually they all send me a text in the morning, or they call me, and they're like, "Ma," but I love waking up to Kirby because I know I'll laugh. I'll laugh, and her humor is she's so quick witted, and she's really making moves, especially in Atlantic City and stuff like that. She she has her bingos at the Tropicana and Harrah's and all that stuff. So I said, oh, okay, and yeah, those are all my children for right now. My tubes are currently a little closed right now. You know, some of them I've had to have a C-section, and okay. But yeah, those are my kids, and they're really special. They're really special.
I love that because back to your daughter Ness, I had the pleasure of meeting her. She came here to my hometown to compete for Drag Arena.
Yes.
And she was one of the contestants, and I was a judge. This was February 19th. I remember the day. And this was the first time I had met her. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. And she comes out and she does her entire number in Spanish. And I grabbed the microphone first for her critique. I said, baby, I didn't have to understand the words that you were saying. I know exactly what your song was about.
Right.
It was absolutely wonderful. And I didn't know that she was your daughter. So that's fantastic.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is that I really instill it on my kids. I always say to them, for those of you watching, and sometimes you don't know, it is a choice if the kids want to take the last name or if the parent decides to give them their last name. I don't instill it in my kids. If they decide to take it, then I have no problem. And they know how to uphold the name, and what it means. And I always say to them, I don't expect you to be me. I expect you to be the best version of yourself. And that's what I really instill in my kids. I want them to thrive because they enjoy what they're doing. I don't want them to be like me. They can take little bits and pieces. If they need to borrow something, that's fine. But I just love they all have their own different style of performing, but they all have little hints of each other and myself in them. And I really love that they're all spread out. They all spread out a little bit, and I love that doing different things. And I will say this, some people will make comments like, oh, like, you book your family or stuff like that. And I will always say that, like, my kids, yes, if they ask me to be booked, that's fine. But they understand what comes along with being booked. And, what I look for, I'm booking shows because, they see me getting ready to cast something, or even if it, like you said, judging and competing, I always tell them one day it's going to happen, but, don't get any special treatment. I actually will judge you 10 times harder, and you should be prepared 10 times harder because you know what I'm expecting. And I'm blessed with two mothers myself. I have my drag mother Lexiana Lee, and I have my trans mother Miss Tina Montgomery. And whatever values and things they've taught me, I instill that on my kids, and they even respect their glam parents. I call them glam parents. And and they have their uncle VOLKIE to help guide them and co-parent them. And and that's the thing too, drag families are not perfect by any means, trust me. We butt heads, but they know that if I'm hard on them or I say something to them, it's out of love, and I can admit when I'm wrong, and they can come around and admit when they're wrong. But drag families are not perfect, but at the end of the day, we know we're still family, and that they could be butting heads, but when they need to come together and close ranks for each other, they know to be there to support them. If they can't be there in person, then spiritually, we have a group chat, and stuff like that. And for the holidays, I always invite them over to my house for the holidays, their special events, and their birthdays. I'm a very big birthday person. I make sure that it's their day to feel special and stuff like that. So yeah, I know I'm going on a whole spiel, whole rant, but
it happens when you're a mother.
I really love my kids, and I'm really so proud of them and everything that they're accomplishing. And even my nieces, I'll throw that in. Even parenting comes with like nieces and nephews and stuff like that. My nieces, I'm so proud of them. So yeah,
I love that.
Don't cry now.
Oh, trust me. This face is not moving. Trust me.
It's on lockdown, honey. It's locked down.
I didn't take my hormones yet today, so we're doing good.
That's good. The hormones and chicken sandwiches, that gets me every time.
They have me acting up sometimes. I could be talking about a hot pocket and I'll start crying.
I love this. I love this.
We're gonna tempt fate and bring you back in just a little bit with your sister. Are you gonna hang around?
I'll be here.
All right, we'll be back with you.
You have fun with my brother.
I cannot. I'm done.
See you in a minute.
Oh my goodness. I missed her.
Oh yeah. I loved before the show, the two of them rip on each other so much, and they were like, "Are you sure you want us both on at the same time?" I'm like, absolutely.
Honey, that backstage, I was cracking up. Cracking up the things they were saying, talking about Chipotle, this, that, and the third. Look, VOLKIE is developing beautifully. Let's just put it like that.
Speaking of which, let us bring the other half of this madcap shenanigans in here. Everybody, let's welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, VOLKIE Lee VERSACE.
Who? Me?
Oh,
oh my God.
Headache. Oh, that headache.
I just gotta say, I love my brother, and I really love the love he has for all of his sons, because that is the love of a father. That really is. He really is there for them.
Wow.
So I want to address something for anybody who might be watching for the first time. The fact that you two purposely misgender each other.
That's my baby brother.
Yeah, for the record, full disclaimer.
Disclaimer for anybody out there who might be feeling empowered to misgender people.
Yes, we are trans women and we live in our truth, but we have fun with each other. And honestly, that's my little brother day in, day out. He will always be my man, okay? He is a man of integrity. He is a man of respect.
I love
that's
this
my boy.
From Don Davis, VOLKIE is a mess.
Don speaks the truth.
That's how it should be. Everybody's so cautious about what we say to each other now. And that's just how we should be. That we shouldn't put rules on certain words and such that just, we know if we're being genuine or if we're joking with somebody.
Right,
we know when we're to hurt, especially the queer community. We know when it's a bullet. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's all out of love. I love him.
Yeah. Well, and Jess just worded it perfectly. We only tease the ones we love.
Exactly.
Exactly. While everybody's watching, make sure you're sharing this live video right now. Share the live, share the love. Get us out there. We have two beautiful women with us tonight, or gentlemen, as VOLKIE had mentioned earlier.
Yes, I don't know what the fuck he thinks he is, but
she called cops. She called cops. Look at her.
He's my co-host. He's allowed to say what he wants.
I ordered the salmon. Thank you.
Why are you talking to your sex toy like that?
It's my little bullet. It has a pulse like,
Oh, so it doesn't get lost.
So it doesn't get lost in my cavern. It's a fan.
Hello.
It's a fan.
Hello.
Oh.
Somebody said
Mom, I'm scared.
Buckle up, everyone. This is what you got tonight.
Right, I took over. I'm so sorry. I'll let you take it back.
No,
you're doing great. We love that.
So, VOLKIE, I have pictures of your kiddo as well.
What a shame.
So, let's talk about it.
That in the bottom right, that is my son, Miss Cherry Sunday, the sweetest dessert of the tri-state area. And with that crown, she is the current reigning Miss Pennsylvania Mundo Latina Newcomer USA.
Bless you.
Ain't that? Thank you. I know it's like summoning the devil. Just a whole thing that you got to say. Yes, I always said that I never wanted to be a drag mother, to be honest with you, because there's just so much that comes with it. There's training somebody, teaching somebody the ropes, making sure they have etiquette, professionalism, and all of that. But
Right.
one day I was in the club at Dragorama in Philadelphia at Taboo, and Cherry, she's done a few mixes that I just fell in love with. She was ugly as sin, don't get me wrong. She looked horrendous, but her ideas were always there. She was doing do you know the Chicago joke from, what is it, Victorious? It was a Nickelodeon show. I know, I'm talking to fossils. I'm so sorry. But she's done that. She's done the Hex Girls from Scooby Doo. Like, she's done some... Gotcha, bitch. You thought Aisha was the only one getting good tonight.
Damn! Damn! Wait hard, Ty. Wait hard.
If we weren't on live, you know what would happen next. But I'm not familiar with these queens, but so help me, they need a sitcom. God.
Yeah.
Asian Eye on television would be a mess. But yeah, I saw Cherry and I saw so much potential, and she had such amazing concepts and ideas that I was like, I have to step out of my comfort zone and offer assistance to someone. And we sat down one day, I did her makeup because I was like, this needs to be fixed. And ever since then, it's just been a beautiful relationship. And from point A to where we are now, she has made such a change, and it's not even been a year. I got her at the end of July. Literally, the day I adopted her was the day that I started taking hormones. So, yep, 2 for 1, 2 for 1. But yeah, 2 for 1, 2 hoop. But yeah, she's, the picture that you saw was probably from less than a month ago. We did a show out in Asbury Park at Georgie's, and I've just been so proud of her. The fact that she's already got a title and she's going to be running for a national title, I'm like, baby, how many of y'all girls haven't been here for a year and can do that?
That's the thing. There are some new girls that are like freshly 21 that have their shit together. Like,
yeah,
I wish, 4,000 years ago when I was 21, like some of these girls, I'm like, where did you get all of this?
Yeah.
Like,
y'all should have seen me at 21. I looked a mess.
Fact. Yeah.
Well, I have that picture right here. No, I don't.
DJ, play the track. That is one thing you can always check my Facebook and my Instagram. I will never delete pictures unless I'm with someone that I don't like. I will humble myself to the end of the day, just like my wonky lash. I'm here for it. You will see me in my truth. But no, it is. This is to all drag queens. Do not delete the pictures of where you started, because it's really important to remember that we were always shit before we were the shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And that's such a good way to help you grow. Like I love the pictures of when I started, because I thought I was everything, and
100%.
I was funny, but I wasn't in on the full joke. Now I'm in on the joke, and it's just all downhill from here.
I love that for you.
But yeah, like I can't. What did there was? Jada Sparks says, this bitch grew a uterus and a fetus on the same day. Work.
You know what? I got to keep it moving. If I start quick and end quick, maybe I'll get a nap in between.
You had a fetus.
A fetus, bitch. That you better Google. You know what? We're putting that in the Webster.
Fetus. Fetus.
That is amazing.
Oh my god.
Well, Volkie, and since the last time we saw you, you are like we were just talking about, entering womanhood. How is that for you?
It feels right. I mean, look at the face. Look at the mug. I would show you the rest, but I don't want to get us taken down. It's amazing, honestly. My entire life, I have always been more effeminate and more like masculine. Never. Like, the most masculine I did was play soccer when I was maybe 7, 8 years old, and I would just like hang on the goalie post while everybody else was kicking. Like I was not entertained by the slightest when it came to that type of stuff. And I've always been like she, her, Miss Ma'am throughout my life. And finally coming into it, I'm happy. Uh yeah, I'm happy.
That's all
So
that
many
matters.
people, yeah, honestly, so many people are afraid to express themselves. And don't get me wrong, there are still days where I walk out of this house with a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow and I keep it moving. But bitch, what are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell me? And with my bangs.
I'm done. I am done.
I showed you a magic trick.
She showed us behind the curtain.
She's the
Receding hairline and all, Lord. Yes, ma'am.
Well, Volkie, we're
What?
going to bring you back in a little bit. We're going to tempt fate and bring you both back at the same time to answer some questions.
Good luck.
We'll see you in a minute, girl.
Thank you, Volkie. Lord.
This is going to be a lot.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it.
Well, before we bring them back, we have a couple other drag children to talk about.
A couple. I hope you ain't talking about mine. That's a tribe, honey.
I only got 3 of yours.
That's okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
But let us talk about, if it will happen, let's talk about her for a moment.
That's my first one. That's my first kid. That's Tanika Diamond. She is my MVP. She's my VP. She's my second in command, my first in command, I should say, I guess, because, well, I'm the HBIC, obviously. But yeah, this Sanika is not only my best friend, but also my first drag child as of 20. Oof, that's rough. 22 years ago. Probably even slightly before that, because we are split by what, 8 months. I think there's 8 months between us in age. So life happened for us both at the same time. We share more memories and more experiences than I think anyone else I know in my life. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been, baby, the stories. Oh, the stories. Oh.
And she's right there watching.
Of course she's watching. Like, oh, the stories I could tell you.
And your other daughter is watching as well.
That's because she's an asshole. But we'll get to her. Yes.
Yeah, let's get to her.
I've never seen that woman before in my entire life. I don't even know who that is. You know, Lord, am I doing this on national television? This lovely individual is Jada Sparks. And Jada and I met probably when we were both still teenagers. Maybe. I don't know. Her birthday was on the 13th. So happy birthday, baby, first and foremost. Her birthday was March 13th. We have a show together. Jada's Grits to Glitz, Glitz to Grits. I can't remember. I'm old. Which is next Saturday. It's this Saturday. Told you I was old. The 25th in Brogue, Pennsylvania. Can believe it. We're performing in Brogue, for God's sakes. Yeah, Jada and I met. We went to the same school district. She went to Dallastown or Red Lion, I think, and I went to Dover High School. But that's how far we go back. We met a long time ago. She's always been my controversial daughter. She's always been the one that will not shut her mouth when it comes to anything she does not agree with. And I have to give her respect for that. I really do, because she's great at it. She's wonderful. She's the boss. And I actually learn a lot from her, and I can't stand that I have said that. But here we are. She's wonderful, and she has a heart of gold, and I'm happy to have her in the Diamond family. So.
I'm excited to chat with her in 2 weeks. Her and I did not always get along, but those are things of the past, and I'm very excited to chat with her and like get to know her. And also look at this freaking outfit. Like, that's just artwork right there.
She made that outfit. So I have some talented babies. I have some very talented babies. I really do.
And she's funny. She is so funny.
She is very, very, very funny. Yeah, all my kids are bosses. You know, they whether they do drag full time or not, they are entrepreneurs. They are business owners. They're in the medical field. They're in hotel management. Like my kids are bosses, so they may not be in drag all the time, like mommy is, but they are making a difference in the world, and they're rocking it in life. So I'm proud of them, no matter what wig they may be wearing that day. So.
Speaking of which, let's talk about your youngest.
Oh, look at her. Oh, look. I love her. I do. I love her to death. That is Alizé, formerly Alizé La Creme, now Alizé La Diamond, my beautiful trans baby. Gosh, we met. I don't even remember when Alizé and I met. It wasn't that long ago. But I'm so proud of her because she paid attention and she listened and she took my critique and she ran down the highway with it. And now she is sewing. She does more shows than I do a week, and I'm glad that she's doing it and not me. I have 7 shows this week, mind you, and that's more. Yeah, exactly. Oh God, gas. She does so many.
Ooh. And Amethyst froze up.
Sure.
There we go.
Okay, back. There we go. Sorry, I stopped talking. I figured I froze because I got all swirly. She travels up and down the East Coast. She's in Rehoboth now. She's all over State College. Dakota Noel says, ha ha ha. She's literally passed out on my couch right now. Probably because she did 18 shows today. That's probably why.
Yep.
So thank you for taking care of my babies. That's Sedusa, who said that. But I am beyond proud of her. I mean, look at her. She's visually stunning, and I'm so happy for the progress, and I'm excited to see where she goes on her journey. So,
and she's
yes.
our newest cast member at Divas Down Under.
She's our newest cast member on Divas. Any chance I get to perform with her is always a blessing because we work very hard at what we do, and she's a boss, and I'm extremely proud of her. So, yeah, bring on the other 87 kids.
Well, those are the ones I could find for you because those are the only ones I could remember. You gave me this laundry list and you never sent me pictures of the rest of them.
I didn't. And I thought about that for the past couple of days. I was like, maybe I'm just busy. I have, so Sanika was my first daughter. Then along came Lexus Diamond, who is a real estate mogul in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I don't see him as often as I would like to, but he lives up in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. He's in real estate and slaying the game, selling houses and homes. He was always my Barbie doll, my blonde, thin, tall, skinny.
Her internet is fighting her tonight.
As I was saying, tall, thin, blonde, Miss Shimmer. I had Cassandra Diamond as well, and she is my painter. I would say she was always my painter. She can throw a mug on like you wouldn't believe. She's very emotional. She's a fellow Pisces. Her birthday was March 17th, so happy birthday to you, my baby girl. She's currently down in Universal Studios, checking out Hogwarts and all that with her partner, and I'm very happy for her, and I love her. There's Madeline Diamond. There's Johanna Diamond. There is, holy crap, Diamond.
My favorite name.
So many. And while a lot of them, like Asia was saying, they don't have to take my name. And I don't encourage that because I encourage my children to be themselves. Everybody back in the day was like, oh, I want to be a diamond. I want to be a diamond. I said, first and foremost, be yourself. That's how you be a diamond. You know what I mean? You don't have to have my name. You don't have to have anything to do with anything that involves me, but I can be your mentor. I can be your leader. I can be your support group. You know what I mean? A mother is such a wide spectrum in life. It can be a best friend. It can be someone you call. It can be your guidance counselor. You know, it's a drag mother is somebody who is just somebody who's there for you and is a leader in the community and for your family, your chosen family. Because a lot of us, the good thing about being in the LGBTQIA plus community is that we get to choose our family. You know, our birth families sometimes don't always align with our feelings and our lives and our beliefs, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine because we in the queer community embrace each other and our allies, which I have to say our allies are extremely important for us right now because there are bills and legislation being passed all over our country that would not allow my trans brothers and sisters and my drag fellows and family to perform in public places. So our allies out there are extremely important to us. You know what I mean? So love and light to all of you. Please use your voices, stand up for what is right, and vote. You know what I mean? And vote. And if you see something wrong or you hear something wrong, correct people. You know, it's about embracing and educating people. We don't have to get angry. We don't have to get angry. And I know that as the immediate response, I'm guilty of it as well. Embrace and educate people. Be smart about it, because love and light will always win over anger. So I'm done now.
There's a big push right now for celebrities who use drag artists a lot to step forward. A lot of them are just staying silent on the whole issue. And people are like, hello, you use drag artists in your stage show. Why aren't you speaking about what's going on? Like this, it's all a smokescreen. It's all trying to cover up something and, like, you know, attack people who are already marginalized. So what?
Exactly. I'm seeing all the comments that my kids are making, and I'm sorry. Yes, I know what year it is, Sanika. Thank you very much. What else? Yeah, no, it's not my bill, it's my connection. Sorry. It's okay. And poor Amy. Your husband says poor Amy. I love that.
Yeah. He does that.
Oh, Chris. Hello, Chris. I love you so much. My friend from Harrisburg that I've known for almost as long as I've been doing drag. It's anytime I see him or think of him or see a post from him, he brings me joy. And I want you to know that, because I love you, my friend. I love you from the bottom of my soul. So thank you for watching. I love and appreciate it. And I hope I get to see you soon. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're going to be answering questions from the audience. So if anybody out there has any questions, start typing them in. But I just got a message from Jada. Thank you for censoring me. I got excited. Girl, get excited. I love it.
She's very excited. Tune in 2 weeks.
Exactly. But before we bring back our guests, I just wanted to take a quick moment and talk about my kids, because everybody else got to, and I'm super proud of mine as well. So let me find where I put them.
Oh, Izzy.
Yep, starting with my son, Izzy, a he, who is out in Colorado living his best life. His partner, Bright Hawk, wrote a children's book, which I have right over there.
Oh, that's cool.
At least it was right over there. It's such a cute book. But they just enjoy, like, helping others. Their drag is so just all about helping people. That's who they've always been since I've known them. In drag, he uses he, him, but outside of drag, they, them, which is wonderul. Yeah. And he's just a wonderful human being. I miss him. Yeah. I hope he comes out this way sometime soon.
I miss him too. We got to get him back on the show soon as well.
Yeah. Who's next? Legs Akimbo.
Legs Akimbo.
When I first met Legs, they were becoming a drag king, and they were just starting to identify as non-binary, and they wanted their drag to be very queer. Like, they wanted to be a king, but they didn't want to be a butch king. Now they're doing burlesque and circus stuff and this, and just, they are sexy. What was the term they used? Non-binary bimbo.
I love that.
Which is just so fun. And they are such a talented person.
They are. I've never seen someone put a tube up their nose, out their ear, around the head, down the other side, and then blow bubbles out of it. I have not worked with them in so long, and I miss them terribly. I really do. Always a joy to be around, and just so damn talented. Like, when you thought you've seen everything, you haven't, because Legs will come out and do some stuff that your jaw will just be on the floor. So I miss them very much too.
Same. I miss all of my kids. I don't really see them very often. I am very excited. I do have a gig with my youngest, but we'll get to her in a moment, because my son, Mikkel.
Come on, Mikkel.
He is such a sweet human being. Just had his, last summer, had his step down as Mr. Central Pennsylvania Pride. the title he held on to for 3 years because of COVID.
That's right.
But he's actually a mommy now, like a biological mom now.
He had a baby.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny, he told me a while ago, like, he was always told, you're a woman, you have to be a drag king. You're a woman, you have to be a drag king. When he comes back, he might be a queen. So
Real?
Oh yeah, always wanted to be a drag queen. And I'm like, now that people are not so gatekeepy about the rules, that can happen. And I love that.
Yeah, there's no rules. We don't play with rules.
Exactly. And last but not least, my daughter Mona.
Mona.
She just painted this recently, and I think it's so wonderful. I love Mona. We have a gig together. It's on my calendar downstairs, but like I'm going to do bingo at her church.
I love that.
Right. It's gonna be a fun night. She is just such a sweet human being and such a wonderful human being, and has been through so much in her life, but it has not destroyed the wonderful person she is.
No, she's always been a very kind soul. Very kind soul, and just a gentle human being, and I love that. I absolutely love that about her.
Exactly. But enough about our kids. Shall we bring back our guests and answer some questions?
Oh, it's gonna be a mess. Bring it on.
Oh, I'm so ready for it. All right, everybody. Let's bring back to Inside the Drag Closet and buckle up. It's gonna get weird. Asia MONROE and VOLKIE Lee VERSACE.
Hi.
The boy.
Thank you so much for bringing me back.
The boys are back in town.
I know he's talking. Is he right here on my screen?
Nope, other way.
This way?
Yep.
What's up, brother?
Asia, kiss. Is it working?
Is it working? I cannot.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody, bring on those questions. We are ready for you. Hayden actually has the first question tonight. Different transgender and non-binary folks have different ways of relating to familial roles. Do you think of brother, mother, father, sister, etc. as relational rather than gender-based? Who wants to answer that first?
I'm just trying to I'm trying to make sure I understand the question.
She went to public school in Philly.
I think it's more like, is mother to you the same as like what cis people would think mother would be?
Yeah. I do consider myself a mother figure, sometimes a father figure. You know, I'm a single mom, so you know, sometimes I gotta be dad. So yeah.
Cut the camera.
Cut the cord.
Yeah, I do consider myself a mother figure, and even you know, with my mothers and my biological mother, you know, I've always seen a mother figure be so strong and independent, and a lot of, you know, the time, in my opinion, you know, mothers, like, they go through a lot, and that you have to be strong, and I've always, you know, wanted to be that, you know, a strong, you know, mother figure. Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah, strong, all right. But no, even when I was younger in house, I was the mom. So
VOLKIE said, yeah, she's strong, all right.
She's strong, all right.
Baby, strong where? You see this softness, honey? This natural face, honey. Get into this. Sorry. Go ahead, boy. Go ahead.
Why are you narrating my life? That is kind of a hard question. I feel like people just exude motherly or fatherly energy. Like, there are cis women that I know act like fathers more than mothers, but then there are cis men that are a lot more nurturing, a lot more like they'll. No, let me not. I'm not going to go into any personal details. But yeah, I feel like it's more so a person by person case, because I mean, everybody gives different energy. Like me, I might be a mother, but I'm like an estranged mother. I don't like when Cherry touches me, hugs me, none of that. But I'm there to be realistic about upcoming events. We'll say that much. Asia's the coddler.
My kids, I love them, but we can't all fit in the bed, baby. We can't all cuddle. Y'all too. So.
Didn't one of your kids break your bed?
Anyway, I'm not going into that. She leave my son alone.
We'll wait.
I just recently got a new bed, but the old one, it's been through many moons, and she sat on it, and it just so happened that it broke when she sat on it. So now no one lets her live it down.
Aw.
I didn't name anybody.
What?
I said I didn't name anybody, but I do love your sons.
I love your son too. So strong.
He's right here on the bed taking a nap, Mr. Noodle.
Oh no, I'm done. I am done.
Amethyst all of a sudden she has a scheduling conflict.
I have a scheduling conflict. I can't do this. I'm actually flipping through one of our fans, Hayden in Plain Sight's book that they wrote.
Nice.
Drew the Dragon. It's called Drew the Dragon. Written and illustrated by Hayden in Plain Sight. I love it. Sorry, I was distracted. I wanted to pick that up. Sorry.
I was going to say, I have my copy right there.
I was fine with them banning Drag Story Hour. I can't read.
You know, she lit.
I didn't have my glasses on, so I had to look up in the camera.
You know I'm blind.
Ooh, we got a really good. Here's another good question. This is one I want us all to answer because I like this one. Andrew would like to know, if a drag performer doesn't have a drag family, what is the best way for someone to spread light and positivity to other performers?
You just do it, honey. You just be that. You be that beacon of light. Just do it.
It just, you don't have to have a mother, or you don't have to have kids to be that, figure. And I always say it, like, even to the kids that are not, other girls that are not my kids that, sometimes call me auntie or ma or something like that. I always, I'm a safe space to make sure our safe space is a safe space. And, it, like you said, Amethyst, it's just about, baby, she got a lot on her mind.
Oh, no, you're not talking. I know
What you mean?
Rihanna, I love your work.
Be that person, and one day you're gonna change someone's life, and one day you may have a child. Oh, just do it. Go for it. Be the beacon of light. Have hope.
Piggybacking off of what Asia said, that's what I wanted to be, was like just everyone's auntie. I never wanted to be anyone's mother specifically because I didn't want the responsibility. Yes, you are an uncle to Cherry. Yes, you are, Asia. But that's why no matter what, I try, from a perspective of not being other people's drag mother, I just try to extend a hand no matter who you are. Like, if it is your first day in the game, or if you've been doing it for a while, a lot of the girls, if you've ever done a gig with me, y'all not specifically because everybody's polished at the Down Under shows, but a lot of times when I go to shows, you will 9 times out of 10 hear me, "Can I help you?" And I mean that in like such a, I can actually extend help. I know it sounds terrible at first, but then I'll get them together. But it's just more so, I feel like you, no matter who you are in the drag scene, we're dealing with enough bullshit. Just lend some help out. That's it.
I remember when I walked into the dressing room at Divas Down Under and you two were sitting there, you were like, "Oh, she beat for the gods."
That SWAT team and everything. There was mugging that night, honey.
Yeah, what this? Everyone just.
Okay, but the cheek is giving, honey. The cheek is giving.
Yeah, after it got pumped, maybe. Anyway, so what was the next question?
Well, I wanted to add, like, Andrew, like they said, be there for your fellow performers.
Yes.
My advice, at some point, someone's going to reach out to you to be your mother. Make sure it's a good fit.
Yes.
if it's someone that's kind of coming out of the blue, or if you do a pageant and all of a sudden someone's like, I want to be your mother, that is not the time to take a drag mother.
Right.
That's someone going, oh, they're successful, I can get gigs. But, you know, pick your battles. You know, if someone does approach you to be your drag mother, think about it and just tell them, thank you very much. I'd like to think about it. You know, don't, or if there is a performer you are relating to, don't beat around the bush about it. Just kind of say, hi, I really respect what you do. Just think of it almost like a business transaction. You know, I really appreciate your drag. I would love to learn from you. Would you think about being my drag mother? And if they say no, they say no. Like you know, Amethyst and I have talked about it a few times that like, I'm done. I don't want any more. I love, like Volkie was just saying, I love being Auntie Jade, but I don't want to be mom anymore.
You make a really great point, and it's something that I've even learned myself personally. Sometimes having that drag relationship, it's more like a business partnership, because the way I view my drag career and my career, like, you know, it's a business. You know, I'm working with gig. I'm not there to cahoot or do anything. I'm there working. And, you know, I instill that in my kids. And, you know, sometimes it is hard to separate business and you know, relationship, personal relationship and stuff like that. And, you know, it's okay to butt heads, but at the end of the day, I always say to them, you know, I will say this, like, as a drag mother, this is my opinion. As your mother, this is my opinion. As your friend, as another human being, this is my opinion. And, you know, and I always say, you don't have to listen. If you want to learn and experience something for yourself, you go ahead and do it. And you tell me what you learned and what you got out of it.
Let them grow on their own. Let them make mistakes. Let them fall down. You have to. Otherwise, you create this entitled brat that thinks they know everything and have everything, and it has never. The way you want to learn something in life, you got to get dirty. You got to scuff your knees. You know what I mean? You got to lose to win. You know what I mean? So there's so much influence out there for the younger generation, and not all of it is good. You know what I mean? So everything's on television now. The say-all end-all of drag is now Drag Race. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm good on that.
Although Sasha Colby deserves to win. Anyway, keep going.
That's a true statement.
There's that. And we have me and Volkie have conversations about it a lot. And, you know, when is the right time to become a mother, or, you know, especially when it comes to drag. And a big common thing I see is I always see kids having kids.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just had, you know, for me, it'll be 6 going on 7 years. And, you know, I was like, okay. And I hear girls that are just starting, and then, you know, they walk in the dressing room and they're like, oh, I have a child, or
no, you don't.
Like, it's like, you know, no, it's, you know, it's, you know, it's the kids playing house.
They all playing dress up together. How are you at the same daycare as your mother? Like,
right. Y'all changing each other's Pampers?
Like, come on now. And I'm not trying to be rude, but if you don't know what you're doing and you're putting yourself in a mentor position, you're kind of screwing the next girl over. Because if you don't know what to do, what are you teaching her?
Exactly.
And that's why I've waited this long to even attempt on being a mother, because it's almost 10 years for me in drag. Oh, I can't do that. Where's my name?
I was doing a show last week with a 17-year-old performer. And I was having a great chat with her mom, because her mom was there helping her out the whole time.
Miss
and
Midnight?
Her mom was like, what?
Miss Midnight?
No.
Oh, okay.
But her mom and I were talking about the fact that she was like in a group chat, and it's all these like young, like 17 to 21-year-old kids who are just like, I'm going to be your drag mother. I'm going to adopt you. And I'm like, you're all actual kids.
They are kids. Sorry about that.
What just happened? What did I miss?
Asia was like, 17-year-old babies. Yes.
He's
Like
funny.
the mom was like, these kids are adopting other like kids. And I'm like, okay, you can calm down.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I'll have to say it. Stop promoting bad drag. Stop promoting
We
bad
can make that a whole
drag.
episode because I got some things to get off my chest. It's
We got in
2000.
trouble last time.
I don't want to see pedestrian clothing on stage. If you wear something off the rack, make it drag. Stop wearing these bad wigs. Stop performing these top 40 songs. Switch it up. That's it. I'll stop there. You're welcome.
Jade,
All
left
drag
myself
is
out.
valid. All drag is valid, but not all drag is good.
Good.
it's not all bookable either, baby. It's not all bookable.
and I'm going to argue that again. It is bookable, but not for every gig.
You
Are
know,
we talking about with pay?
what's the booking thing? No, I'm just kidding. But no, Jade, I do agree with you for the most part. You know, I always say to my kids, you know, you will have numbers for night shows. You will have numbers for brunch. You can have numbers for when you're tired, but you still have to give it. And, you know,
That's the story of my life.
okay, you know, and that's the thing too, is that drag is an art form. No matter what you do, but you have to understand not everyone's gonna live for it. Just like I know when I go and see, not everyone's gonna live for it, and I have to be okay with that. Don't you, young man over there, knock it off.
No, I see a comment relating to you
What?
from Joshua Evans. I can say that being an uncle is the best.
No, when Father's Day comes up, I'm gonna get you a nice present.
I'm gonna get you a golf set.
I'll get you I'll get you some razors, and I'll get you some nice button-down shirts.
I'll get you one a day. One a day's men. One a day's men. I got you. I got you.
Cause I look out for my brother.
I take care of mine.
Y'all are assholes. I love it.
That does lead to the next question from Jada Sparks. Where does this amazing, carefree, uncensored sense of humor come from?
I would first like to say we are being censored. This is us on a good behavior.
This is us on a good. This is us on a
Yeah.
like PG-13 right here.
Damn.
I can truly say that, you know, if we're just speaking with like me and Volkie's relationship, that's something that we've always had, and we've always seen eye to eye, and you know, it's actually pretty scary sometimes when we just blurt out what each other's thinking.
A few times.
Because I feel at home with her, and I know she feels at home with me, and you know, we can read each other, but I know if anybody ever out on the outside try to read my brother, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
But, I like it also comes from like, you know, who we surround ourselves with and just like the kind of people we hang around. And shout out to for me, like, you know, my mother and my aunties, you know, the old school girls, they can they can read you like a book, honey. They can
like a strong book.
Together.
A thick one.
Okay.
The thick one.
Thick as silk. Anyway,
like short circuit.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. It's all fun and games, and I just feel like with like you said, all the shit going on in the world, you gotta cut up and have fun.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when you're too PC, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
And drag, again, so many people laughed at us that we had to learn to laugh at ourselves. And I feel like we forget how to do that essentially.
Have to.
That's just my take on it.
It's essential.
Yeah. That and I do have to go and relate it back to RuPaul's Drag Race. Season 3, Mariah Paris Balenciaga said, reading is essentially our way to train ourselves. Reading is what you do with your friends. Reading is how you get faster with your brain. So when you have that type of a friendship, because I'll say this much, Asia and I from day one, we've never had a problem. And we've said some of the most horrible things to each other for fun. For fun. So, I mean, it's just about figuring out relationships that you have and seeing who you surround yourself with that can handle it. Because some people can't handle a joke.
Right.
Well, whenever we talk about things like this, I always kind of go back to the Dave Chappelle drama. You know, he said the T word, and, you know, the girl he was talking about, Daphne Dorman, was a friend of mine. I knew her before she transitioned. She actually came up on my Facebook page one day, and I'm like, who the hell is this? And I'm going through her pictures, and I'm like, oh, there's pictures of Dead Name.
She said
They
that.
look like they could be related. Is that... Oh, and then her and I just started chatting. She moved out to California, so I never saw her. And like, her and Dave Chappelle got to know each other, and they had a good back and forth. But what he could say to her, he would use in a stage act. And I'm like, no,
Right.
the audience doesn't understand that friendship. And you don't say, like, the horrible things you say to your best friend, you don't use as stage material. And that's, you know, what that is.
Right.
However, backstage before the show, the stuff all four of us were saying was not appropriate for anybody.
Whenever we're around people for the first time, or especially like tonight, the audience out there, you're probably, I know somebody, you know, it's something. But that's the thing. What I say to her, what she says to me, we've already okayed it, we've already gotten past it, but we know at the end of the day, we always say, you know, I can read you, but no one else can read you. And I even say it to, like, you know, cis people, or, you know, whatever, the straight people that we hang around or be around. I always say, like, you know, we could say it, y'all can't say it.
Because what day is it?
But yeah, no, and it's like you said, it's all about knowing, like, what you do, and especially on the microphone. We always say, if we're at a show together, or if I even bring her up on, you know, on the mic, I always, you know, say, listen, fair warning, you may, you know, clutch your pearls, but that's my brothers.
And that's my brother, Asia Man Roach. Come on now. Give it up.
I love the Versloppies. You go ahead.
Speaking of Versloppy, I just noticed this was in my frame. This is glycolic toner. This is not a douche. I just noticed it, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Freshen it up, baby. You got to get that Chipotle out of there, girl. You got to get that Chipotle out of there.
I'm a top. Don't even try. Don't let this pretty face and delicate figure confuse you.
Okay.
I am confused.
Me too.
I feel sullied and unusual. Quick comment here from Miss Gay Fancy America. Hello, Miss Gay Maryland America.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited. Hi, my friend. Hello. So Miss Gay Fancy America was created for our dear friend who passed, Cody Collins. So a brand new prelim to the America system. Hello, and welcome. Thank you for joining us here on Inside the Drag Closet. It's nice to have you with us.
I was wondering what state was fancy, but okay. Good. Okay.
Right.
Not ones we go to.
I'm from Jersey.
I'll be there for an entire month this year.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, Jess has a good question here. What is some of the best advice you have given your kids?
Get away
from dollars. Do not snatch money out of people's hands.
Put some cover up on.
Put some deodorant on.
More black.
More black.
More black.
Yeah, I mean, any of the basic rules, to be honest.
Yeah.
Professionality, being early, on time. If
Wearing
you're early,
that.
you're on time. Yeah.
That's a choice.
Yeah, it really just happens in the moment, or, you know, I feel like we always see. I know we're both the kind of people where it's like, if I see something, I just see everything happening after. So I'll be like, hold on, don't do that, because X, Y, and Z. But no, just like you said, just like the basic stuff is like, you know, we are, if they know if we're in the audience, we're the first person to tell them what you did right and what you did wrong. And,
100%.
You know, and that's the thing about being a parent, is that you're not a yes man. You know, you're not saying yes, 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 because
yes, man.
Yeah, yes, man.
Yes,
You have to be
man.
honest with them because that's how they grow. And it's like sometimes
Yeah.
I know for a fact they can look at us like, what the hell are they talking about? Or
Yeah.
was it really
Yeah.
like that? Yes, because if I'm not going to tell you, then the audience is for sure as hell not going to tell you. They're just going to be like, oh, here's $1, get out my face.
Yeah.
And as far as life goes, we've all had different struggles and different things happen in our
Absolutely.
lives. So
Absolutely.
when we cross the bridges of the same path, this is what I went through. This happened to you, so just prepare yourself. And yeah, don't do drugs, stay in school. Don't
Right.
don't use your blinker when you turn. Always put butter
Money
on.
on the counter. Money on the counter.
Always get the money first. Never let the trade get you. Yeah. Looksies, no feelsies. Yeah, stuff like that.
No feelsies. Oh my god.
And do it with the lights off. They like that.
They do like that. Yes.
Stemming off of
Yeah.
bitch, I live. Stemming off of what Asia said, teaching your child how to take critiques too. Because there's always going to be criticism coming at you from all types, whether it's a hater or whether it's someone actually trying to help you grow. Taking
Right.
criticism and critiques, it will help you mature a lot faster in drag. Because bitch, someone always got something to say. Me,
Absolutely.
I'm bitch.
Absolutely.
That is very true.
It's
One of
okay
the
to be
things-
humble.
One of the things I always tell new drag performers is do the drag that makes you happy. Don't do
Absolutely.
the drag that you think is going to make you more money.
Yeah.
Don't do my drag. Do your drag.
Yep.
I would never.
Same.
No, but it's like,
I'm choking on my spit. Oh my god.
I've even encountered it with my kids. They're like, well, like I live for that performance, or I feel like you're not gonna like it because it's not what you do. And I said, even if it's something that I don't do, sell me on it. Sell me on it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like we all said, it's like it's about being yourself, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I draw inspiration from my kids. Sometimes my kids will come out and they'll be like, so I'm doing this. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, watch, bet. And they go out and do it. And I'm like, I like that, actually. Yeah, my kids inspire me
Send
too.
me that mix.
Exactly. Can you send me that mix?
I just gotta edit it for you. The sound sounds off.
It's terrible. I'll fix it, but I'm taking it.
Let me see that jumpsuit. Hold on, let me put it on.
That's
Hold on.
wild. This looks
That's
great.
wild. It fits like a glove, honey.
You look ugly in it. I'm taking this.
You're trying to be one of them little fast girls. You can't be showing this much skin. Give it to me.
Yeah.
So we have 3 more questions.
Oh God.
This one is from Ivy Sphinx. What is y'all's favorite number to perform to and why?
Asia's is Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
She
It's
does.
just,
She
it's
does.
about reflecting.
She does. Let's hear it for the boys.
And sometimes we do a group number. The boys are back in town.
Or my favorite is Macho Man. I dedicate it to her.
Did you know the YMCA was written about Asia?
Is that
Young man.
When I hear If I Were a Boy, I think of her.
That boy is mine.
Anyway, in all honesty, what's one of my? That's a lot. I have a couple. As far as dance mixes, any old school dance mix I really love, and I feel like in this past year and a half, I've really been like becoming like a drama number girl. So, I really love any old school number. When I usually do top 40 songs, sometimes I'd be bored. Okay, I'd be bored. So, anything old school for me.
I love Proud Mary. It is one of the first songs I ever heard as a child. And for whatever reason, it has stuck with me through my entire life. And then when I was finally able to perform it, it just felt like such a validating moment. And anytime I go to a new venue, that is the song that I bring out because I know I'm going to give it to them.
You better
Yeah.
work.
My current favorite is a mix this one gave to me.
It's all coming back to me now.
It's all coming back to me now into WAP.
Okay. Mhm.
Work. That's fab.
It's
It is.
it's such a clever mix because it's an impersonator who performs as Celine, but she's doing WAP as Celine.
That's what's up.
You said that earlier. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
That's what's up.
I am doing that at every gig I have this month.
She loves it. I actually made the mix for Peyton Markstone, for Alicia Markstone, former Miss USA at large. I made it for her, and Jade heard it and said, "Send me that immediately." I was like, "Okay,
You're making some nice stuff.
baby."
Gorge. She makes some fab stuff, honey.
That's what's
She's
up.
making a lot of my stuff for my give up in November for Miss Maryland, and I cannot wait.
Every time she
to
talks
tell
about
you.
retiring, I say, don't do it. Keep
Stop
stuff. Do it.
Yes, yes,
Answer
yes,
your
man.
DM. Keep sewing.
Yes, you want your stuff sewn correctly. You go to Peyton Markstone. You go to Latoya Perry. You go to the Love Shop. Okay, so yes, God,
You're gonna have to send me these names, cause baby.
correct, correctly.
So 3 more questions. They're all from Hayden too. They would like to know first, if you ask somebody to be your drag mother, but they don't give you an answer, would it be appropriate to follow up again at another time, or just assume you were not a good fit for them?
I think it depends. I smoke a lot of weed, so I forget things very easily. But
Yes.
in the case of other people, I mean, if it's obvious that they're like beating around the bush and they don't want to talk about it, then they probably don't want to be your drag mother. Just
Yeah.
saying.
I will be flat up honest. I've had people ask me, and I've said politely, just now's not a good time, or, I personally don't think it'd be a good fit, and I'm looking for the best. I want the best for you, and I will say, why don't you look at this person, or but yeah, it's rarely ever like they'll see me and I'll just walk out the dressing room. So no, I usually give an answer. And I even on my kids, I've always said to them, you don't have to say yes, you don't have to say no. It's up to you.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. That's definitely a two-way street. There have been times where I've been asked to be a drag mother, and there have been times where I've seen an entertainer and said, "I want you in my family." Now, that it has to be a right fit for both parties. If
Yeah.
I feel as though I am not the best mentor for your specific style of art or for what direction you're heading in your drag career and persona, if I'm not that person, then I respectfully am not the drag mother you want. I will be here as a mentor for you. I can guide you in the right direction. I can help you with makeup tips, this, that, and the third. But the direction you're going is not the direct trajectory that my drag has taken me.
Right.
And then there are entertainers that I see them and I walk up to them and I said, "Here's your application. You passed. I would like you in my family." It has to be a right fit on both ends. It has to be. It has to. It's a relationship. It goes much deeper than just makeup. You know what I mean? It's a
Mhm.
family. These are people you talk to on a regular basis. These are people who know your personal lifestyle. These are people who know things about you that nobody else knows. You know what I mean? So it has to be a right fit for everybody. It does.
And I always say this, and I know she says it. If I bring you in my household or I bring you around my family, I trust you.
Mhm.
Right.
Because there are people that I've known for over a decade that I do not bring to my house.
That's valid. I'm one of those people, like, I want to help everybody and I'm willing to help everybody, but I don't have the time to have dedicated children right now. Like, my 4 kids, they're on their
Exactly.
own. They've established themselves. I'm here if they need me, but they don't need me. And if they do,
Right.
I'm here for them.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the time right now to say, I want another drag kid. Because there are a couple people out there, I want to help. I just don't, I can't give that much of me right now.
That's how you know you're a true and good mother. Is the one thing you have to put, the one thing with motherhood you have to really like when you look at your kids or whoever, you have to put you aside and you have to focus on their needs. And I love how he's son. with those bangs on.
You just can't take me.
Take what? But you can't take all this, honey, or this
Take
fit.
what? Take your hat off.
This my scalp.
Let's go.
Scalp.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm dead. Don't you dare. I'm dead. I'm over here dying. My internet's dying. What is that?
Asian just can't be in the club. Some of us can have bangs and some of us can't.
Exactly.
Jade,
Right.
high five. Are you above me or diagonally?
I'm above you. There, catch.
It's like pass the brush challenge. I love that. Asia, catch this.
Remember when we all did drag in our homes and didn't have to wear anything from the waist down?
What I'm doing right now.
I don't recall. I was gonna say my balls are out.
It's given very free willy in this Victorian song.
Y'all are this far away from a show.
Speaking of which, 2 more questions. And it's funny, we're talking about this. As transgender people who perform in drag as well, how do you...
Sorry.
Speaking of balls.
Speaking of free willy, I'm sorry, what?
This is perfect. How do you see drag performers' responsibility to educate the audience that not all drag performers are trans people, but people may conflate the two?
What the hell? I gotta read it again.
Also, my husband could shut the hell up. He says 3, 2, 1. Everyone stand up.
No.
I need a booking fee for that. What was the question?
Go ahead, brother.
I found it.
Transgender people who perform drag as well.
I'll put it back on the screen.
Drag performers' responsibility to educate the audience that not all drag performers are transgender people, which may... Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
Is it necessary to point that out?
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Depends on the gig.
I will say this, my sister is a fabulous host, and I really love how she always explains sometimes to the audience about, there's different types of entertainers. Some are, cis men, some are transgender people, some are non-binary people, some are very strong men, and it's very it's very important, and I do it most of the time just because we've all been at those gigs where we raise our eyebrow and it's like walking into a cornfield. It's like, I don't know. And I've even had some people where it's like, they'll say to me like, oh my God, you are so pretty for a man dressed as a woman. And, I'll say, go ahead, get it out. Go ahead, brother.
They were right. You really are pretty.
And I'll even say, when I say that,
He's making a point, and none of us are here for it.
If he wasn't recording this, and if this wasn't live, this would have went a whole nother direction. Anyway.
Yes, it would have.
When I do say to them, I do live my life as a woman, and they kind of like, what? Or like, I don't really what? And it's just like, even like trans sisters in our community, some trans girls raise their eyebrows at us because how can you be a trans woman doing drag? And it's like, drag is for everybody, and no shade, but drag really did come from transgender pioneers. So it's almost like drag entertainers are the gatekeepers and the forefront of the community. We are the voice sometimes. And and just being a transgender woman on top of that, baby, it's like the cherry on top of the icing. I get to live my express my femininity on stage or whatever your drag is, and and it is important because that's how, like you said, it's not about anger, it's about educating, and that's how you get change. You don't divide people, you bring them together. And if I can answer questions and if I can be that advocate, whatever you're trying to speak about, or what you want to learn about, so be it. I'm an open book. I don't hide anything.
Right. Right. It's, when as drag entertainers, it's a fantasy. We're a caricature of femininity, superhero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an elevation of a persona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our everyday lives are not our character. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Derek just posted a very good quote from Monica Beverly Hills. Drag is what I do. Trans is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. This is just my uniform for work.
Not
You know
all
what I
drag
mean?
queens are trans women or
Yeah.
trans people. Not all trans people are drag performers. Simple
Right.
as that.
I think that it confuses a lot of people, especially with our trans brothers and sisters. They're like, well, what do you mean you do drag? You're trans. I'm like, they're not the same. They're
Not-
they're not the same. So
And
it is important we say that.
And that's the thing too. I feel like for me, it's like, when I'm around people that, that know me by being in drag, but then, I give them a little glimpse of like Asia on the day to day, or my nickname is China sometimes,
CHYXXXNA, China.
That's what it says here on OnlyFans, I believe. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes, that's onlyfans.com/TS China.
with being comfortable and just being able to show both sides of who I am as a person. Yep.
Our sister Candy Fuentes is watching, and fellow guest judge, guest entertainer on Inside the Drag Closet.
Oh, this is a patch now?
Yeah. She made these rings. Look, she made my rings for me. I love it. This was a gift for me for nationals when I competed. So thank you, Candy Fuentes. I love you and I miss you, and I really want to see you soon. I love you and I can't stand you at the same time. Thank you. Ariel.
Thank you, Jade DeVere, for that question. I am contestant number 1, VOLKIE Versace, vying for Miss Closet.
I love it.
I'm going back in, girl.
My name is
Miss Inside the Closet.
and I'm vying for the title of Mr. in the Closet. Thank you.
I want to talk about that for a hot minute because on Drag Race last week, Sasha Colby opted to play a male character, and it was perfection.
Oh, were you comfortable in being yourself? I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can say that.
Shit, bitch.
That's the thing too. I know I've been able to walk two different paths of life. I've walked my life as a gay man. I'm walking my life as a trans woman, and here she goes.
It's not right.
Here he. I voted blue for you. You keep it up.
Where's my red?
I might sign the bill anyway.
You're paying for dinner? Okay.
I could go to Hot Pot right now. I'm so sorry. We're getting off topic.
They just closed.
Yeah, but
Chipotle.
I'm comfortable being myself, and I know at one point in my life I was a handsome man, and now I'm a beautiful woman.
I know that's right.
You got something to say over there, Pooh?
You know she did. No, she's a no.
I ain't got nothing to say about you, bro.
That kind of covered the last question too. So, one more thing before we leave for the evening. I'm good. So, Derek's helpful drag tip. We can't leave without a helpful drag tip from my husband. Being a show director, he is always putting together shows, and his helpful tip for this week, which we can talk about for a moment, is a good one.
Asia lost the patch.
Derek's helpful drag tip. No amount of dips, splits, or flips can hide the fact that you don't know your words. Hashtag hone your craft.
I said what I said. Hashtag said what I said. Oh, yes, blabber. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, spin around.
That. Don't do that.
Or do it and I'll make fun of you.
Valid.
Girl, I'll give you $1. That dollar will go right back in my pocketbook. I've done it.
Been there.
That's a good one. Well,
This is fun.
everybody, I have not laughed this much in so long. This was so much fun. But before we leave, I want to give everybody a chance to say goodnight to our viewers, starting with Amethyst Diamond.
Absolutely. Volkie, Jade, you two gentlemen have been the best guests we've had in a very long time. And I'm so glad that I can say that comfortably. I'm so glad that I could say that comfortably, because I'm the type of person that I love you. You know what I mean? And you know that I love you. So
We cut up.
Joke with you like that is just, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for who you are. You are both beautiful, beautiful women. I hope we get the chance to work together again soon. Can we make that happen somewhere, some way, somehow? You've been a blessing here for us, and I know our viewers love you the same. My sister Jade, I love you absolutely beyond the moon and back. Thank you for bringing us all together in this community. Thank you for having this platform in which we can talk and speak freely and put out the good message and educate the people in the world. So to our viewers out there, thank you for keeping us alive. We are almost 3 years going now. In May will be our 3rd year anniversary. So thank you for the continued.
Oh my God, yeah.
3 years we've been doing this. 3 damn years.
Yes.
This is a COVID
so
baby.
Thank you. I love you. Happy birthday to all.
Oh, Butterbill.
I was just gonna say they cut the bill.
This was episode 124.
And we're back.
I think my first episode was 24 or 25.
Wait for it.
Yeah. You're
Something
back,
like
Amy.
that.
I think. I don't know.
Well, I loved her. I thought she was amazing. I'm speaking about myself, but Amethyst was a lovely man and co-host.
Thank you so much. Thanks, bro. I love you too.
That's love that only two brothers can have.
I've seen that movie.
Is that on OnlyFans too?
No, it's the first thing I downloaded on LimeWire.
Not LimeWire.
What's that?
What's LimeWire?
What's that?
That's how mommies and daddies used to download free music.
Brotherly love, if you know, you know.
Isn't it YouTube to mp3.com?
It is. It is.
That's the best site to get viruses from. Anyway.
Keep on it.
Derek
worst
says
one.
Napster.com.
Napster. LimeWire.com. Yes.
Asia, do you have anything to say to our guests this evening?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Jade, Amethyst, thank you guys so much for having me. I love speaking with you. To the best man that I know, my brother, the platform with you, and we speak about your transgenderism and, you know, be there as an advocate and ally for you. More importantly, please, everyone watching, if you're not an ally, be an advocate. You know, we really need your voices right now. Step forward. Not only as drag entertainers, but also for trans people. Yeah, if you'd like to support, if you'd like to follow me on socials, my Instagram is at the Asia MONROE. We were talking about this earlier on this Sunday. If you're in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware area, I will be competing for the Miss Taboo pageant at Taboo. It's a local pageant here. So please come out and support. I do.
When is that, Asia?
One more time.
When is that?
It's March 26th. Doors are at 7. Pageant starts at 8 p.m. sharp. We have some amazing entertainers competing. I also do a show there every third Friday at Taboo called Lotus Lounge. Miss VOLKIE is one of my permanent cast members. And it's the only trans POC AAPI show in that bar. And I do another weekly show at Level Up Bar Lounge. In Philadelphia, it is the only Black-owned establishment in the neighborhood. I co-hosted with my mother, Miss Tina Montgomery. And I also do brunches with my brother, but I will let him share that with you as well. So go ahead. Attaboy, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. You know, you are a very distinguished gentleman, and you have such a way with words. The last time I heard from Asia like this was when he was doing some man-on-man crime. But yes, I am VOLKIE Lee Versace. Thank you, Jade, for having me, and Amethyst. You have been such a kiki. I'm glad you enjoyed our stupidity. You can always remember that you will get a show with my brother and me. We are the boys. But you can find me on all social media platforms as VOLKIE VERSACE, Venmo at VOLKIE, Cash App, #VOLKIE Lee Versace. I'm the current host of Vera in Cherry Hill. It is the Dollhouse. It is usually every third Sunday, so like the same weekend as Lotus Lounge, which at Taboo, Philadelphia, which my brother said. Aside from that, you can catch me this weekend if you are a nerd of any sort. I will be at ZenkaiCon out in Lancaster
What
County.
you call me?
You heard
Not
what I said? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm that.
20 minutes away from me.
You want to show up?
When is it?
It's this weekend. There's 2 drag shows. One.
This weekend is. I have 6 shows this weekend.
All the
No, that's
boys
okay.
together.
Come hang out. Come hang out. A lot of people don't wear deodorant there. You'll fit right in.
Oh, beautiful.
It's like a drag show.
Yeah, very that. But aside from that, I just want to remind everyone, like what Asia said, don't be an ally, be an advocate. We are at such a strange point in time right now in the US, and any voice that isn't used to speak for us, whether it's silence or against us, it is not helping us. So do what you can, have conversations. Do not get angry instantly at people. Try to convey what you got to say. Even if you look like him, just say what you mean and mean what you say.
Just like be who you are.
Be who you are for your pride.
Oh my God, this has been such a fun evening. Asia and VOLKIE, I knew the moment I had the two of you on tonight, I was like, we are going to laugh. We are going to have a good time. We're going to cover some heavy topics. We're going to talk about being drag parents, but we're going to laugh. And
it's been tea time with the girls.
It's been fun. It was fun.
Tea time with the tea girls. Yes.
2 teas in a pod.
Time out with the tea girls.
Oh.
There's your new
podcast. Down.
Time out.
Time for tea.
Go write that down. Time out with the tea girls.
Time out with the tea girls. That's your new podcast. There you go.
Oh, you can also find Asia and me at onlyfans.com/thepinkybandits.
Oh
/ chubby.
Yeah.
But you can catch us playing Chubby Bunny.
Yeah, we have a special going on right now. You can use a discount code. It's called the discount code is Lane, and it gets you $5 off the subscription fee.
And what's the other
2 for 1.
Did you 2? Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. What's that hair deal that you got going on right now, Asia? Because she makes wigs.
Yeah, I always joke. So something I always say. I have a $75 special. Bring your own bundles. Quick weaves, honey. Let me know. I made this myself. I made this myself. Yes.
I don't know what else to say.
You're welcome.
This has been an absolute joy.
I'm
so glad we were in this together because I couldn't imagine this any other way. Everybody who's watching this evening, thank you so much for sticking by us. Like I said, this was episode 124. That's ridiculous.
That's what's up.
And in 2 weeks, we're going to be back in April. April happens to be Autism Awareness Month. And we were contacted by a performer who very much wants to be a guest on the show. She was asking a bunch of questions and we were talking some shit about her tonight. But our special guest is going to be Jada Sparks that evening. So make sure you tune in. Head on over to our Patreon. I actually put up a new Patreon video just this evening. Patreon.com/InsideTheDragCloset. I forgot to post it the other day, so I was like, oh, I have to post the thing. It's me, traveling to a gig out of town and getting into a hotel and going, this is what it is. This is the life. But
I love those videos. Those are the best.
You got videos of you in a hotel room?
I do.
Don't act like you don't know.
Mine's called OnlyFlan. because I eat flan in different places. It's pronounced flan, but you know, whatever.
No. We see your skin tone. It's flan.
It's flan. I love tacos.
I am finished. I am finished.
We have reached the end of our shenanigans for this evening. Like I say every week, go out and be the beauty you would like to see in the world. Good night, everyone.
We love you.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.